Hello. Do we really want to understand what is happening in this country? Then we should listen to Seun Kuti's interview. We should really listen to it. It's very important. What we need truly is eye-opening revelations, mental liberations. Yeah, like he used the word open air concentration camp. This is military. You have to be a soldier in this country. And this is one of the ways of being soldier. Soldier in doing the right things, not soldier in doing the wrong things. Soldier in doing the right things, not soldier in doing the wrong things. Please watch.
Are you not worried that they are using it to make decisions about Nigerians applying for visa and all?
Only people that want to run away from Nigeria that have problem with that one. Yes. Me, I'm not planning to run away from Nigeria. What's my own with visa? Let them stop Nigerians from traveling. In fact, all Nigerians that are abroad, send everybody home. Let's face our business. That's my own take. I wouldn't say do it by force, but if it comes to that, I don't mind. So for me, I don't see that as anything. Anybody that wants to ban Nigerians, we need some banning, especially our politicians.
Even if you want to do business with foreigners, like you want to do some exports, and because it's coming from Nigeria, there's a problem.
98% of my business is foreign.
And you're in Nigeria.
And I'm a Nigerian. And I understand and I see the problems I go through because of that.
Which is why you should be worried.
But I'm not worried. Because that is not my problem. If somebody is using the criminal action that I've not done to join, you understand what I'm saying? If somebody chooses to discriminate against me due to something that is not true, even though 77 Nigerians are committed, there are over 1,000 Americans in one company called Chevron alone committing fraud in Nigeria every second. Massive fraud. The kind of fraud that nobody can even begin to comprehend.
Is this a counter list?
If Nigerian government is brave enough, I'm sure they can release counter list. But the problem with the Nigerian government is that they are all taking their share. I mean, okay, let me give you a good example now. The American government encourages criminality in Nigeria. Atiku has a criminal case in America. An American senator, this is not me talking, go online, the case is there. Andrew Young or whatever, I'm forgetting his name, an American has been sentenced to jail based on the business deal with Atiku. But America granted Atiku 24 hours entry into America when he was about to run for president to negotiate whatever they want to negotiate with him. For 24 hours, his criminality was suspended. For what? At what point does criminality become acceptable for 24 hours? But they can release 77 list of some Nigerians that poverty has pushed into crime. Should we even start going into the reason why people commit crime? Should we really go into the reason why there's crime? If it is not the greed of the elites, what causes crime? As I said to you, everything anybody wants is dignity and a voice. You strip people of their, you put them in poverty, and then you tell the people why they are in poverty that since they don't have money, they have no dignity. Only money can give them dignity. And these status things, status symbols, luxury goods that the rich produce. Not only do the rich produce these goods, they go to the poor neighborhoods and advertise it. Not only do they advertise it, they go there and they themselves use conspicuous consumption to oppress the poor, while the poor stay in their situation without no legitimate hope of escaping. Now there's a difference between a man that commits crime to eat and the man that is already eating but still committing crime. Tell me why people in the Senate are still stealing. They are sitting on billions. You are still stealing. Tell me why we're finding $47 million in empty apartments in a country where they say there's no money to build hospital. Honorary Andrew Yakubu, honorary GM of NNPC, had $9 million cash in his house. In that community, there are no good schools. In his community where they found that money, there's no school there. Let's go there. Let's go and look at the kind of school that is there for the poor. Let's go now. But you are talking about list of, what the fuck? What is 77 people? What is I don't even know them. The problem with us as motherland people is that we do not think as motherland people. We think first as Europeans, then we think as Nigerians before we think as Africans. And by the time we start thinking as Africans, it's too late. People don't understand what Nigeria is. The identity that they're giving you, that Nigeria. The fact that they renamed us is an oppressive act. I'm Yoruba, but the only way I can see the world is as a Nigerian. Meaning that as a Yoruba, I am barred from seeing the world. My true identity is not allowed to see the world. I must carry my Nigerian passport, bear my Nigerian identity as a sanctioned savage. This savage has been civilized from Yoruba to Nigeria. Now we are going to see the world. Be who you are, speak your English. Ha 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 ha. We are living in an open air concentration camp. This country was created by the British to take away our labor and our resources, to exploit us. That's what Nigeria was created for. And that is what Nigeria is doing till today. Exploiting our labor in the cities and stealing our resources in the rural areas. So they head us into all these cities. You can see it now. Look at Lagos, all these few cities by the, they push us, all of us, by the millions, away from where the money is, all the gold, all the oil. They come and build all these things in all these places that has nothing. We all rush here, living under the bridge, living on top of water, living in slums. It's true, thinking that we are going to make it. Then we are all staying here, we'll do it, struggle from our 20s till you are 50, you have no strength to struggle again, you go back to the village. By the time you are back here to see what is happening, really happening, you are too old to fight. And you are too poor to talk.
You used one phrase, open air concentration camp. Can you imagine? Now,
but that's the fact. Do you know what concentration camp is?
I understand, bro.
Yes, but tell me how Lagos Nigeria is not an open air concentration camp. They don't put fence, yes, so you don't see the fence. The fences are psychological, it's mental. The bars are mental, but it's there. Do you see Nigerians drowning in the sea, escaping? And this is not migration, it's escaping. When you are willing to drown in the ocean to go somewhere, yeah, that's escape. It's no longer migration. Let them not be lying to us. That's why they have their news to be using some words. The migration, who is migrating? People are escaping. You say migrate. Migrate where? This is escaping. There's a difference. And people don't escape from country. You escape from prison, from concentration camp, from oppressive situations. Nigerians are escaping. If they think I'm lying, if they say it's a lie, that this country is not a prison, the West should open their borders for 48 hours to Africans. If the West want to say that this Africa that they created is viable, that what I'm saying now is a lie, they should, are they not our mother countries? They are the mother country. They used to be called the metropolis when we were colonies. Abi? Open the metropolis to the colonies. Oh yeah, now. For 48 hours. And see what will happen. See what will happen. I'll be the only one living in Ikeja. I'm sure of it.
Nah.
Yeah, I'm sure of it.